Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to another Wednesday night on Twitch. Y'all know what time it is. That's right, it's SOP. We're back on the PC for round number 3 of the number 3 of the 2022 Grid Finder World Sprint Championship. Can you tell I've just come off a night shift? As I say, it is round number 3. It is the Grid Finder sponsored championship. Of course, Grid Finder, the place where you can search for and have sim racing communities just like ourselves, with thousands more on the platform. Grid Finder lets you search up racing leagues quickly and easily, whether you want to race on ACC like this or other sim titles like R Factor 2 or iRacing. There's a selection of over 30 racing titles hosted by thousands of communities alike. You can also find on Grid Finder an option to search for broadcasters and comedy teams, and even livery designers who can create that next livery you desire. If you do run yourself a community and you're watching this, head over to grid-finder.com to get yourself signed up. We are here, as I said, for the Hangar Ring, one of the greatest courses of all time. Of course, built back in the day, 1927, by the Kaiser himself, after they got a bit of a tuck-in from a certain American company, Ford, who we don't have running. Let me we've just about got time to do that. We'll have a quick run through of the standings before we start. The guys are just out of practice. Mike's in the chat. Good evening, Team Abbey. Always represented. We've got the drivers out on track. I put in some practice laps, and then we'll have 30 minutes of qualification. So let us have a look at the AMs. It was, of course, Rafa Campos, or it is Rafa that's leading the way. Some of the results might not quite make sense. It's because I talked too quickly for me. No, I'm looking. It's because I've had some drivers moved about. For instance, you'll see that at the top of the table, On the pros, it's Tavernari and Barn. It says they both won at Laguna Seca. Barn was promoted from the Silvers. Absolutely outstanding pace. You can see that move was ably backed up by the fact that he took a 6th at Imola in his pro debut. So not too bad at all. So yeah, if anything doesn't look like it makes sense, it's because someone got promoted for doing really well. But in the arms, is Rafa Campos leading the way with Remco Snell, 5th and a 2nd, 1st and a 4th for Campos. Then we've got a couple of the old sausage Dodgers. I'm sure we'll have someone in the chat from them soon. Williams and Sullivan. We've got AKM just behind them with Huckabee, Brownlook, Sherlock, another sausage dodger in there. Jessica Pelletier, the kitty system down in 11. I think there was an incident there, if I'm remembering correctly. Pete Jeffrey, another AKM driver. Then it is Darren Shojai, whose name I keep constantly mispronouncing. But it is, of course, Daxi Man, who's done a bit of comedy here as well. Erica Albright, another one of the sausage dodgers. Hugh Morris, Salmakis, racing along as well. 50 seconds of that left to go. In the silvers, it's Marcus Dewsma leading the way. Theo Anton for AKM, so that's SOP. I do have permission from Simon to say he is confident there will be a SOP on the podium in each class this evening. 11 SOP drivers, so yeah, safe bet. We shall see. Definitely plenty of drivers out there that would like to pull one over. Nelson Brunholsa got his livery in today, so we'll get a nosy at that. Iggy didn't start round number 2, but won round number 1. Sits in 5th. James Rollins in 6th. Got Jimmy Boy Horn. Klaus Christensen, Mr. Dex Dexter. There's D. Lewis, racing for AKM in this one. Part of my beloved RTS team as well, or TNC, whichever one we eventually go with. We've got Mark Bunyan in there as well. And up in the pros, we've got outlaps getting set. Oh, the temperature of the track suddenly got a lot hotter than practice. Excellent. Squirrel, look at Tavernari is leading the way. Hands up, anybody that's surprised? Anybody? No. Okay, let's move on. Look at Tavernari is leading the way, 31 points. Alfie Barn is in 2nd after taking the win in silvers and being promoted. Lee Kingy McGee, 8th at the Seca, 2nd at Imola, back on the podium there. Liam Page on the podium as well with an uncharacteristic 9th. A lot of contenders here, so yeah, it's brave man saying, yeah, anybody expecting Tavernari to be at the top. A lot of strong drivers here. Of course, Tony and as well. Let's not forget Mr. Busink himself. Down to 10th at the moment after a 4th and a 14th. Ian Egan, very similar to Eelco as well, with a 5th and a 15th. So, 5th and 13th. I do apologise. Oh, yes, of course, that was why 15th was stuck in my head. It was because AJ to the P, Alex Phillips, finding himself on the cusp, 10th and outside the top 10. Christian Romano as well, definitely one to watch. Where's his teammate? He's not in arms. Wait, what? Okay, while the confusion rings through my poor little head, Jonathan Reed, how are you doing? Did I? No, I didn't. So we'll just go straight to that. Let's get some cars out on track. Here we go again. I hope that's not into my car. Oh my goodness me. Hi John, how did you go on fixing the aspect ratio? Absolutely fine, no problems whatsoever. Everything is hunky dory. Oh no, wait a second. It's all out of place. There we go. Yes, MSX. Good luck to you viewers. I think would be the... let's have a look. Sorry, highly professional stuff here, you know. It's got to be done. But don't worry, we'll crack on. These things happen. The show must go on. That's it, he's singing Queen songs now. Somebody get him out the booth. There we go. Missing the car audio. You know what? I can hear it, that's why. I tried to put it on really quietly. I was trying to be clever during the intro and put it on. Wow, that's loud. My apologies. That was so loud. Yeah, my microphone. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to be clever on in the background. I hate hearing myself. Let me switch that off. There we go, that's better. Hopefully that's okay for you. Let me know. But yeah, thank you for everybody tuning in. Mike Jonathan Reed, SOP's MSX. Looking forward to the race tonight. Who do we think is going to win? A lot of talent on display. We have the arms out on track at the moment. We don't have any times set as of yet. Coming through the NGK chicane. We see Peter Jeffrey going to come up and Snell. Crossing the line, didn't realise that was going to do that. Why did that do that? Let's do that and then do that again. Excellent. Yeah, so we're getting some times now, and it is Ben Sullivan for the Sausage Dodgers. Why is... There we go. Indeed you do, Mike. Thank you very much. Are you racing tonight, actually? Are you joining us on track? What's the crack with yourself? Oh, look at the difference between Campos and Sullivan. I mean, really? Wow. Yeah, that's quick. You just got to sit back and admire that, don't you? Campos, Ben Sullivan. Let's get some camera time there. Ah, Mike. Downer. That's unfortunate, mate. Well, I hope it was whatever it is can be... Yeah, everything's all good and all that jazz, mate. But yeah, I hope it was okay and you're able to join us out on track as soon as possible, bud. It's definitely good having the old family connection out on track. EU Taco Gaming, hello, and Marco Ticini. My apologies for butchering your name. Marco, I do have, as you know, Chromodix, Christian Romano, who does die a little bit inside every time I say your name. I do get it right occasionally. I genuinely apologise. Ticini, yeah, Ticini. But yeah, Jonathan, it is myself tonight, actually. Well, I've got a flash at this. Simon might pop in. I'm not sure if he's working. And yeah, they're all racing these days as well. But obviously, I've just mentioned Christian Romano. Anytime he's in the commentary, one of the things I do like to talk about is his race IQ, race pace, race ability. So it does seem only fair that he gets out on track and puts it to good use. And he certainly does. If you're watching the Endurance series, you'll see that him and his teammate ERS Militant, who's actually who was looking for it. He was in this series, but I cannot. Oh, there he is here in 9th. Goodness gracious me. That's who I was looking for when I was talking about confusion. Sorry, that was where the confusion was. Just off a night shift? No, not me. But yeah, Milton Tomlinson Dennis is actually 9th in the championship, 14th at Laguna Seca, but a more characteristic 4th. I know the talent is unreal. And the point spread is looking excellent after 2 weeks for the very close championship all the way down to the wire. I will apologise as well. There will be a fair amount of throat lubrication going on this evening. I do work in a factory that produces a fair amount of very special kind of dust. It does like to stick in your throat for a day or two after you've finished a few shifts. So it might not be the all singing, all dancing, all screaming double raving for the full hour tonight. But then in saying that, it's SOP, we all know what's going to happen. It's going to be a rip-roaring start. The middle of it's going to be full of drama. In the last 10 minutes is going to be more overtaken than an entire weekend of SRO action. We all know I'm preaching the truth. Oh, and speaking about preaching, Ben Sullivan with a 56.0. He wasn't happy to have a record close time set behind him. And I tell you, that's Snell coming in the last corner as well. We've got a minute left, so this will be his last chance for romance. At the moment, he is the one that we're all chasing. Here we can see him coming out hacking, coming through the Mercedes arena. This really does unbalance the car. Tricky corner here, balancing the accelerator as you come through so as not to run deceptively easy to run wide there. As everyone knows, you want to get a nice bit of curb in here. There's a bit of drainage in there you can use. Throw the car over to the right, bit of curb there, not too much to settle the car. There we go, using the curves to their fullest. Sorry, there goes the throat again, down into Valvoline curve and into Ford curve. Again, most of the corners here are setups for the next corner. Ben's setting himself up nicely as he comes down the hill towards Dunlop. Vitally important entrance to this corner, and want to get it nice and close, not on the curve but close to the curve. Get the car rotated and get that foot down as early as possible without getting too many tyres on that green AstroTurf. Schumacher S, all the curves all day long, and that's going to be an invalidated lap there for Ben, just as he was coming flying through. Just behind him was a Porsche, and there he goes. Where's he gone? Remco Snell, so there we go. We'll jump on board straight through the Schumacher S. He did successfully make it through into Michelin and Warsteiner, down the hill to add Van Bogen. Down the hill, sharp right, full throttle, up the hill we go. NGK chicane and Coca-Cola left to go. Brake just short of the 100, or I certainly would be. Bit of curve left, bit of curve right. Try and ignore the curve on the left, you don't amount to too much. Unbalance the car nice and close. They're almost late apex this corner. Foot down, flat out. Away we go across the start finish line for Remco Snell, and he's gone pole position. Sub 56. How's that for a lap to jump on board? See, I do know what I'm doing mostly some of the time almost. So there we go. Oh, and he's actually sharing a pit box with Mr. Sullivan. So that makes the pit tour of the top two much easier, because there they both are. Sporting the Kaiser would be proud. A Porsche BMW racing at the Nürburgring. Not too bad. Oh, and I sit here corrected, ladies and gentlemen. Simon did say he was confident about SOP's abilities around here. 4300s. Take a bow, Rafa Campos. What a time that is to put in. Just as I was waxing lyrical about the front row of the arms, Mr. Campos, excuse me, Mr. Commentator. You think you're good because you got on board with a pole position lap? It would appear you did not, my friend. Let me just put that fake news straight back to bed. It's a 55.887 for Campos. Snell, 4300s behind Ben Sullivan. 0.16 with Williams, his sausage dodger teammate, only 0.17, so he is 5 thousandths behind his teammate. So row 1 separated by 4300ths, and row 2 separated by 5 thousandths. The words you're all looking for, ridiculous. You're right, it absolutely is. Let's see what the silvers can throw up, and in no particular order, with absolutely zero favouritism implied at all. Let's have a quick run through the silvers. We've got Nelson Pinto and David Lewis. Excellent stuff. We've got Klaus Christensen as well. Oh yeah, sporting his new livery. I hope that's come out okay, Dex. We shall see, we shall see. We'll find out after. Who else? There he is, there he is, there he is. Don't know why I'm so far down the order. Boom. Oh, yeah. Nice. I like the satin paint effect. Very, very good. I definitely endorse that team. Abby Nelson running a brand new livery. It was an absolute perfect livery submission, so thank you very much. Anyone that's entering these competitions and wants to know how to submit a livery, there's several people in the chat that are more than capable of talking you through it. I'm showing you exactly what needs to be done. And Team Abby getting themselves some free extra camera time. Look at that bad boy. Nice. Mike, I hope that's come out as exactly as you planned it, because it looks absolutely stunning on that screen, bud. Absolutely beautiful. Brigga, where is Taco? Hi there, sorry bud. So Shawnee Shades, thank you for the follow. I did hear that ding-a-ling. I know the screen still looks a bit weird. I don't know why it's doing that. We'll see it. Hopefully it fixes itself. Good performance on Instagram. Okay, Marco Cini's. I don't think he's on track. Yep. What a time from an arm. Nice. Indeed. See my thanks for the follow. Shawnee Shades. Nice. Once again. Indeed. Mozambique flag on the wing. What was that? Sorry, you want me to go into free cam? Oh, the viewers can be so demanding sometimes. But okay then. Why is the mouse not on? Ah, there we go. Get control now. Oh, tidy. That's interesting. Oh, sorry, that's just showing that logo on the screen. Nice. Ooh, Nelson Pinto. Right, okay, enough of this gushing over liveries. I got a job to do. And that job just got really interesting. Mr. Death Zone in the Mercedes. I'm Italian, and you man, where are you from? I'm from Scotland. Scotland, bud, up on the east coast. So, yeah, it's always house coats and cups of tea, which is literally what I'm in now. So there we go. But yeah, Marcus Jusmel leading the championship for the Silvers, finds himself in second behind the man with a corner named after him at Imola. Of course it is Mr. Nelson Pinto. They are both ahead. Then it's Timo Anton, who is third. He's set a banker lap. He's going to come across the line in a Mercedes. And he takes pole position. And he goes 8/10 quicker. And Pinto de Kashiktaras. That's Kashiktaras, sorry. That's popped in as well. And there is Marco there. Marco Ticini. Oh my God, amazing. Good live. Oh, thank you very much. But yep, there he is there. Nice livery as well. Sorry, can we get that some extra camera time? It's very nice, you know. Yep, definitely approved by that bad boy. Finds himself in fourth at the moment. There's Mr. 9K from the UK. Just saw you there, bud. How you doing? Good evening, good evening. Mercedes dominance in silvers, eh? Yes, and yes. Ably backed up by the Aston Martins. No surprise there. The BMWs are all bunched together as well. D. Lewis and Iggy won a race here and missed a race for the Avoration. Where do I know that from, John? Where do I know what from? Sorry, I'm head for the squirrels. Probably the Mercedes dominance because it's a cheat car because you can get over the curbs easy. That's the problem, I think. But yeah, they always do well. And it's only drive. Is that the same car? Yes, it is the same car. No, it's not. He's driving a different. He's driving a different Mercedes, isn't he? Yeah, it sounds crazy. I know we don't usually do this because it's a bit tacky, but I didn't leave the virtual mirror on. You did. Moving swiftly on. Talking about someone else quickly, John. The BMW is not doing quite so well. Rollins in the McLaren again, not doing great. Although you would expect to see Lewis, Iggy, and Horn all get quicker than their counterparts. You didn't see it, did he? Swiftly on. Oh, and we have Iggy. Look at that. Almost an identical type of Kashikarash. Not forgetting popularity. I didn't forget popularity, but I also did. I'm too excited. Yeah, the times are going just now. Look at that. There is only 9/10 between the top 7 in the silvers. Not much. Only a couple of tenths between the top 4. We've got cars in the pits. Let's see who's still out on track. Jimmy Boy Horn in the BMW. Can move this actually. Let's try that. No, sorry, going silent here. I'm sitting here. Just trying to figure something out. There we go. So Jimmy Boy Horn out on track on a lap. Iggy's coming in the pits. Tio is still out. So's Nelson. Provisional pole very quickly overturned. Klaus as well in the McLaren. That's what happens when you forsake a Ferrari. Chelsea and Dex. Down in 19th at the moment. Any ERT guys in the chat actually? Dex will probably be watching and listening to this as well. Which I could never do. I don't think I could listen to a race I was in that was being commentated on. I definitely don't think that would. I don't think that would end well. As Envy saw my race the other night, didn't end well. Nothing popular. I'm so excited. Hey, Mike's looking forward to this one. Who else? So who do we reckon's going to win out of the ARMS then? The ARMS have all qualified. You can see them there: Campos, Snell, Sullivan, Williams, and then Jeffrey Brown and Sherlock. Morris and Kuhn could be outside. Oh, we've got movement up at the top. There he is. Yeah, I always going to have to peel off track because that is a close coming out. So that was the last row. Gets himself up to 6th. Half a 10th behind Juzma. Very close indeed there. Let us jump on board with the most fitting of the pros. One of the rookie monsters family near Rainbow. 8 of them in this race are living, trying to fend off the living SOP drivers, no doubt. And of course the 5 AKM. Go. Technology, good to love it. So who do you think's going to win the ARMS? The Silvers, it is close at the top and it's snuck under the radar. Mr. Death Zone, hello everyone. How did I not catch sight of that, bud? What a time. 54.6, 2/10 ahead of Tio Anton, who's got a sausage dodger popping out the front of his car, and it's Amir Kashikarash that takes 3rd place for the Silvers. Very, 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 very close indeed to Schmataluk, to Iggy, sorry. I've just butchered his surname as well, and he doesn't think I can pronounce his first name. I'm genuinely going to... Iggy, are you watching, bud? He's probably streaming this. He's more than likely running his fingernails down a blackboard at my pronunciation of his surname. But Iggy, if you are about me, give us a shout and see if you can give me hook me up with a pronunciation of that surname, bud, because I'm murdering it. Right in the mix of these pros today, that will be, yes indeed. Oh, Briga, thank you for the follow. Thank you. There's Dex. Down the order, 6th in the silver, Sherlock behind him. With Kuhn, let's see how D got on down the order as well. With Jimmy Boy Horn. And let's find... Boom, done. So there's Leon, I will try. He's got his team with Mark Camelli, Alex Phillips, Christian Romano. Cannot speak highly enough about this young man. As anyone knows, his talent is considerable at everything. Race IQ, race pace, commentary, car knowledge, and he is, he is right up there. I follow the best, says Bigger. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And it looks like Cassini will be appreciating the support today as well. There we go. Yeah, he's qualified 8th for the silvers. Still a pretty good time, if we're being fair. That's a 55.7. So he's definitely going to find himself in the mix. That is going to be lots of fun on the first lap. Lee Kingy McGee, first pro to set a time. Mustafa Ransbar comes across the line. Look at Tavanari, pops one in the bank as well. No one quite as quick as Mr. D at the minute. So they're all setting their bank of laps. There's Liam Page popping one in for the SOP. MSX is in the chat. Go the pros! Let's do this. And it is Leon Seeley, the first man to go quicker. And did I or did I not say in the warm-up to keep an eye out for Milton Tomlinson. Dennis, who's just gone second row with his banker lap. Leon Seeley with a 54.4. Are we going to see a 53? Will we see a 53? Will this talentless commentator ever stop singing? Milton Dennis is the same. He finds himself in third. Ransbar in fourth. There's Alex Phillips. Of course, Indigo Lime Racing, AKM. Sporting AKM in the Bentley. Back in the Bentley. Love the Bentley. Look at Tavanari, championship leader. Finds himself in 6th at the moment. Lots of time to still be putting this. Alfie Barn promoted from the silvers. We need to double check and make sure his car that is delivery of choice. We've got a car off the front. We've got a wave at microphone, which is well not sit still. Iggy's not back in the chat yet, but better make sure he's okay after that butchering of his name. He really won't be unhappy with that one. Let's see. We've got any pros still to set a time? Yes, we do. Tony McCollin hasn't. He's coming in the last corner now, actually, so let's see. Flat he can do. Out the Coca-Cola curve. And 19th, 20th. Instantly overtaken by Litalic there. Just about to have a look there as well. Litalic pops in a time, gets himself just inside the top 20. Just McCoven on the bubble. So the AMs at a minute. In 21st, we've still got Roland. We've still got Ian Egan, Edgar Urick, Kenny Millard, all to set times as well. So we'll see where those three pop into place. And again, while I've been looking the other way, look at Tavanari doing look at Tavanari things. Is anyone going to go sub 54, Mr. Commentator? Yes. Look at Tavanari's in the race. Of course he is. He's only 4/10 quicker than the man in second position. And look at who is in third. It's Alex Phillips. Does he love the Bentley? Alex loves the Bentley. And we've got Leon Seeley joining him on the second row of the grid. This is going to be a good one. I let my missus drive and she does a 54. But does she have a corner named after her, Imola? No. You see, she doesn't. Dead Zone Bend. You know it. Apologies there, sorry. Tea. Honey. Tea. Honey. Honey in the tea. Excellent for the throat. Works wonders. Hopefully it will see us through this whole 1 hour race. I'm going to change the picture. Yeah, sorry, is the picture sticking for you guys? There's, yeah, get that fixed. Right, let's get back into the swing. Sorry. So it is Tavanari, he's back in the swing of things. Does not skip a beat in the Lexus. It's a pin sticky, yeah. Lachovin's going on. It's being awkward. Alex Phillips still in the second row. Ilko Bursink has popped up inside the top 10. In fact, he's going to cross the start-finish line. Hasn't gone any quicker on this attempt, and I tell you, he is going to be staving off the attentions of Christian Romano. Lubricate the throat, indeed, mate, indeed. Yeah, like I say, this new job that I've got, there's a lot of dust that gets kicked up. One of the components, there's a lot of stuff in electricity, a lot of dust flying about, so finished night shift at 6 this morning. So, yeah, the throat will probably be gone by the end. It'll be sounding like Madge Bishop. Anyone too young to remember neighbours? Everybody, g'day mate, how are ya? Gotta love neighbours, bounce with the dog mate. Now he's doing accents. Let's watch Christian coming round. And that's a bit close. He was on an absolute flyer there, you could tell. Let's see how Lee Kingy McGee is getting on. Just starting the long lap. So it is getting hot in here in qualifying. Getting very close to one another indeed. All looking to set as good a time as possible. And into the closing stages. Last chance for romance. Ian Egan not to be. He's going to start in potentially 15th. He's got teammate Camelio, who's just managed to sneak through. He's going to be close if he wants to make it to the end of this lap. Zurich, that's a quality ban, I'm sure. Ferraris are struggling, says Simon. Yeah, Ian Egan in the pit. Millard is still out on track. Metallic in the pit. Might be struggling, but they don't half sound good. That is the Schumacher S. The Ferrari's coming through. Tamanani's still out on a lap. That's Advan Bogan, so he is coming up. Oh, there we go. Milton Tomlinson. Dennis is back in the pits. He's not going to go any quicker. His teammate Romano is in the pits as well. Pinto for the Silvers. Great display. Oh, Tavanari's come into the pits. Alex Phillips is still going in it. There is an SOP Ferrari just ahead of him. There's a ding-a-ling in the ear. Vilcom 1, thank you for the follow. Oh, and that's the qualifying session over. Don't be typing in my chat. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I cheer for M. Tashini, alias Taco88. He's got quite a few supporters in the chat, and he's in for a race. That is for sure. At the top of the pile, though, once again, Luca Tavanari taking pole position. Tomlinson, Dennis on the front row of the grid. Love to see it. Alex Phillips, Leon Seeley on the second row with Liam Page and Ilko Busenk. Wow. Christian Romano's in 7th. Nelson Pinto 8th. What a qualifying session for the silver driver. Mustafa Ransbar between him and silver front row. Theo Anton. Alfie Barn promoted to the silver. Finds himself in 11th. Lee King and McGee did manage to make a few places up and get ahead of Tony McCoven for 12th and 13th. It was Benjamin Letalic and Kenny Millard in 14th and 15th. Camelio did get ahead of his teammate Ian Egan. And then it is the silver drivers, Amir Kashiktaras in 3rd. Iggy is in 4th. Juzma 5th. Abrin Host is 6th. Bunyan 7th. Tashini in 8th. Then we've got the AM drivers, and it's Rafa Campos is taking pole position with Remco Snell joining him on the front row. No one separating those two at the moment. Ben Sullivan, Tim Williams, Sausage Dodgers, and big shout out to those guys. All out qualifying. Quite a few silver drivers, including James Rollins, David Lewis, and Jimmy Boy Horn. McLaren's and BMW's not seemingly going quite so well here. Pete Jeffrey is in the arms. He's qualified ahead of Klaus Christensen in the silvers. Then it is Brown, Sherlock, Morris, Kuhn, and Edgar Urick. That will be the starting lineup. I'm going to very quickly pop this on and see if it just can't fix a little thing or two. Ah, I know. Commentator, where are you from? You sound like a German or a Scottish. Second time right, my friend. Scottish it is. Scottish it is. I'm just very quickly sorting a couple of things out. This championship is, of course, sponsored by Grid Finder, where you can search for and have sim racing communities just like yourselves, with thousands more on the platform. Grid Finder lets you search up racing leagues quickly and easily, whether you want to race on ACC like this or other sim titles like R Factor 2 or iRacing. There's a selection of over 30 racing titles hosted by thousands of communities. You can also find on Grid Finder an option to search for broadcasters and commentary teams, and even livery designers who can create that next livery you desire. If you do run a community yourself and you're watching this, head over to grid-finder.com to get signed up. Hopefully, nope, that's not even close to worked. Sorry, bear with me a second. Something seems to have gone slightly awry. Just check a couple of things. The cars are on warm-up lap. We do love PCs. When they work. If anybody can point in the direction of the PC, that's working okay. There we go. Let's have a look. Right, so as far as drivers disconnecting, I can't actually 100% tell at this moment in time, unfortunately. Okay, let's just do that one. Nelson Wright's a back then, was maybe just him. Ah, nightmare. Still got Cavanagh, Dennis, Phillips, Seeley. Yeah, unfortunately, it does look like it might have been just him, but yeah, there he is down at the back. Excuse me. 1 hour race, of course, 8 PM, so we're going to see plenty of headlight action, that is for sure. We're going to see plenty of action up at the front. The drivers at Lee King and McGee starting down 12th position. You know it is going to be a spicy one. Anybody got any predictions in the chat? What do we think is going to happen here? Look at who's going to run away with this one. Will the Audi try and kill Thomas and Dennis? Can Alex Phillips get himself another SOP win in a Bentley? Leon Seeley do what Leon Seeley does. Liam Page tucked in there as well. Ilko Busink. Yeah, that's right. Christian Romano tucked in there as well. Double Mercedes trouble for Busink. Mr. Detzel, ERS Chromodix, well known to one another on the console. Now racing side by side on the PC. Love to see the progression. Oops. Christian just doing a bit of crypto mining there, perhaps. Using that front splitter. I don't know if you can dig them up that way. Let's have a look at this front row though. Oh, Tawanari, Thomas and Dennis, Phillips, and Seeley. Spicy. Let me just get the old tea with the honey. Actually, yeah, I was going to point that out because he is, he's podium pace in his class, but he can't race tonight, unfortunately, which is always devastating in a Ferrari driver can't race. But he will be back, and he will be in serious contention. Let's have a look and see. It's a green light, and away we go, and we have a drive-through already for being out of position, and it's going to be a fun one into turn one. Alex Phillips got a great run up the inside. It looks like he's going to defend. Oh, and that's an SOP port. Oh, and he's just wiped out. That is incredible bad luck for those three drivers. Thomas and Dennis, Alex Phillips and Leon Seeley. Genuine clean battle in there. And it was, of course, Mustafa Ransbar. I'm not sure if he missed his break. Hit the curb, but it would appear he has torpedoed in and completely wiped out three potential race challengers, race win challengers. He's promoted Liam Page to second place. Eco Bullsink is now going to be. He's not in third because he's been overtaken by Christian Lano. He's shown in seventh at the moment, and that is Theo Anton who's actually ahead of him. So in the cameras here, Theo Anton has made up huge places. The timing board will update very quickly. It's not Dennis, Thomas and Dennis, sorry, that is leading the way. Unfortunately for him, he's right down in the back of the pack at the moment. It's about to change very quickly. It is, no, it's not Mustafa Ransbar that's leading the way either. It is definitely still, look at Tavanari. Second place is Liam Page. The Kenny McGee, of course, the AKM Bentley, that's what was confusing me. He has survived and made his way through. Alfie Barb in fourth. Theo Anton, what a charge for the silver driver. He has made it through. I think he's now in second for the silver. So that's Nelson Pinto. Must have got collected. Yep, he's tumbling down the order as well. Nightmare. Milton Thomas and Dennis in 30th. Notifications popping off. Alex Phillips right down at the back of the grid then. Klaus Christensen 27th. Where there's Nelson, one-time silver leader. Separation between the front bumper and the bonnet. It's a drive-through for Williams in the arms. It is all kicking off, and we've got Fire Dave with the follow as well. Thank you very much, bud. Nelson up to 22nd. What a start. Yeah, what a start is definitely one way of putting it. A lot of headlights. And definitely what a start as the old Mercedes leads the new Mercedes. It's Anton, versus Romano. And that's one Ilko Busink tucked in just behind him as well. We'll have to do some. Apologies, I think for next. apologies, we've got slight technical problems here at Raven Towers, but we're going to crack on. Might need to switch the microphone. Nelson Abramhosa took a purple lap in the open exchanges. We've got ERS being cheered on in the chat, and very rightfully so. TVIE 90 TV 91, thank you very much for jumping in the chat. Short-lived purple lap. You're listening, it was still a purple lap in an SOP event. Unsurprisingly, let's look at Tamanari, who is carving away. 5-second penalty. Oh, Leon Seeley's picked himself up to 5-second penalties there. I missed that was fun. Trying to frantically plug wires back in. Rafa Campos in the arms is still leading the way. He has been overtaken by the mighty Iggy in the BMW. He's already up to second in the silver. Oh! That is a rookie monster and an SOP Ferrari. That's Ian Egan and Tony McCoven. Yes, indeed it is. There's been a coming together there, and they are tumbling down the order. Yeah, track temperature back down to 14 degrees, so it would appear the sudden cold from the qualifying temperatures of 25's caught a couple of drivers out. There's an Audi, that looks like it is Leon Seeley. There he is there in the Audi. He's got Nelson Pinto, the two of them. This is any update on the fight for P5? Of course, we can go for an update on the fight for P5. It's going to be a long fight because I know that Christian Romano is a very, very, very quick and solid driver. And I know that also, I mean, no disrespect to either, but this is a tough one for me because Ilko, he's a championship winner here. He's a race winner here. The Honda perhaps not performing as well at the Nürburgring, some of the cars, but Christian definitely knows how to drive cleanly and fairly. Oh, and I tell you what, they're backing up on the back of Theo Anton. Actually, so that could present an opportunity for one of the two drivers behind to get themselves involved. Tony McCoven has come into the pits. Again, Chromodix beautifully defending. Theo in the silver, fending off the two battling pros. Ilko, in fact, is really close. Really close. Milton, Tomlinson, Dennis down in 33rd, unfortunately, after starting on the front row of the grid. And we've got two cars down. It's not Matt Canelio. Oh, it's Nelson. What's happened there, Mike? One of those cars is a bit of a king. I think it's an orange Merc. Oh, nightmare. I'm on the same team as Christian. Him and Jack are really happy to race the PC. Ah, okay. Nice. Yeah, Christian's a good guy. Oh, what was this missed? Big spin there. So sorry, yeah, someone, although saying that, nobody on here is showing us having a big thing at the moment. Let's have a look at Rafa Campos though. He is getting himself all kind of involved, and I tell you, he is that, oh, that's Iggy coming to the pits. Now that is interesting, because I tell you, you talk about Christian Romano and his race IQ and stuff like that, his pit strategy. Iggy's another one that can, definitely get things done, that is for sure. And he's coming to the pits early doors to get his mandatory out the way. Although in saying that, there's been quite a few have come in, and there's more coming in at the moment. Ransbar has taken his pit stop. One of his McLaren driving teammates has just popped in, and it is Mark Bunyan. I did wonder, it's D. Lewis that is leading the way for the pitted drivers at the moment. He's just coming down towards Arvan Bogan at the moment, so I think Iggy is going to maintain a lead over him. Let's have a look and see how Christian's getting on. Is he still defending? Yes, he is. Oh, bit of net code there. Yeah, that was a bit weird. Yeah, a little bit of net code there, but yeah, oh no, a lot of net code there, unfortunately. As it says, well, let's have a look down at 12. The Litalic is still trying to get past Campos, one of the silver drivers. We've got Rollins as well trying to get past Sealy. Sealy trying to make his way through the field after being collected. Ooh, Rollins has run wide, and Pinto, who is stuck like glue. In fact, him and Sealy are trading places there. Nelson doesn't see carrying that bit of damage on the front of his car. A bit far back to see it from there. So that is close. Oh, Romano, there's moves being made there. He's got past Anton then. So we've got seen Romano's car do that all night, even in quali. Ah, what? Nelson was avoiding an accident and got collected. Brutal. That's a bit of a nightmare. Nothing worse. I got, yeah, Barcelona the other night. I was oh, Yoko's going up the inside as well. Theo decided not to use too much more tyre, too much more tyre thread, sorry. Defending off these two. Let's see what Nelson's got. Tashini just behind them now. He's got supporters in the chat, as we well know. He's trying to get himself past a damaged Nelson Pinto. Leon Sealy with the 10-second penalty to be served in the pit stop. So yeah, so he is in 14th at the moment. He is going to drop down. Nelson's going to have to get that damage repaired by the look of it. Tashini and the Aston Martin all over the back of him. Snell still leading the way for the Arms. Campos in second. Jimmy Brown now in third with all the pit stops taking place. Just having a look down, and Iggy has managed to get himself out again ahead of David Lewis, so he is the lead driver on track that has taken his pit stop. He's got David Lewis, Tony McCoven and Mark Bunyan just on his out lap on the SOP BMW there, just running it like 4 SOP cars right on top of one another. There's Nelson Pinto in the background as well. So that must be. Can't figure out who that is. How could Nelson be behind them? Oh, okay, because this lot of all pitted. Sorry, I do apologise. How could I not have seen that? Kenny Millard. Nelson's coming to the pits to Mr. Death, so 47 minutes still to go. So people are all down the tyres. Tomlinson, Dennis back out on track. Of course, started on the front row of the grid. He's been in and taken his mandatory, so he's going to make up a few places. He's definitely got pace around here. He's going to show it to recover from that big turn 1 incident. I'm sure heads will roll. There's got Sherlock coming into the pits as well. Definitely seems to be big charge at the moment. Edgar Urich, of course, didn't set one of the rookie monsters, didn't set a qualifying time. Started from the back, he's up to 24th. He's got his mandatory pit still to take. He's just making his way through the pack at the moment. Ian Egan is just catching up to Rafa Campos. In fact, no, he's got past him and Rollins, sorry. He is trying to recover from what I'm sure was a slightly disappointing qualifying for him. Camelio, he was just behind Camelio. He's now finding himself up in the 8th place and closing on Theo Anton, who did have Romano and Busick behind him, and now that is Matt Camelio chasing him down. Marcus Juzma in 9th. Ilko still trying to find a way past Christian Romano, Mr. himself. And Luca Tavanari, 5.7 seconds in the lead. Not too bad at all. Absolutely mullering his way around this track. His teammate in 6th. He'll definitely be looking at play. May need to try something in the pit stop. Oh yeah, but a crab in there from Christian again. I'm sure what's going on. His connection usually isn't an issue. Some changes to the timing board there. That's an unexpected trip into the pits. He's going to come back out. Those tyres are definitely toasty worn now, that is for sure. Let's have a look and see. James Rollins runs well wide on the edge of the team. And trying to chase down his teammate Ian Egan. The McLaren and the Ferrari. Duking it out. It's the Ferrari that's got the upper hand at the moment. The Rollins is definitely no slouch. Busink definitely no slouch either. He's closed the gap to half a second. As soon as possible. Coming down through Ivan Bogan once again. We're only 7 laps in, 44 minutes still to go. Round number 3. Leon Sealy with a 10-second penalty to serve in the pits. We did see another penalty as well, I'm sure, for someone being out of position at the start. But then, and that's a big off. Was that? That looked like Mr. Deathzone's Mercedes. No, I've totally missed who that was now. Unfortunately, that did look like Mr. Deathzone. No changing positions at the moment. Alfie Barron, though, he's looking to change his position in the McLaren. He's got himself up under the rear spoiler, and I tell you, Ilko Busink is absolutely pressing on Christian Romano as well. So positions all to change in the top 5. The way things are going at the moment is Barron in the McLaren. Coming down towards the hairpin. Lee stays on the inside to defend. McLaren absolutely zooms past in the slipstream there. Very little attempt to defend from McGee there. I wonder if he's got a longer strategy in mind. Perhaps planning on pitting later, so happy to Alfie maybe get some slipstream up through the Schumacher-esque, but whatever it is, it's Barron that's taken 3rd place. Finds himself on the podium at the moment. 43, headbutted the microphone. 43 minutes left to go. From round number 3, and it is as you were at the top of the pros, the championship leader Luke Tavanari off and running in the Lexus, just coming up to a couple of back markers into turn 1, but absolutely blistering pace at the moment. He's quickest lap of the race so far, 54.0, which is about half a second quicker than anyone else. The only driver, again, to even come close to that is why is that? Oh yeah, it's actually Lee King and McGee with a 54.8. And they're the only 2 drivers to get into the 54s during the race. And there's Lee coming to the pits as well. So yeah, it's all happening before the half-hour mark. Early doors are all coming into the pits. Page trying to close the gap on Tavanari. What Tavanari is, they've just traded laps on the last lap time. Liam Page has done a 54.5 actually. So yeah, has gone quicker than McGee. Not quite as quick as Tavanari though. He's still looking for that move there. Matt Camelio still trying to find his way past Theo Anton, the lead silver driver. Theo at the moment. Iggy, of course, was up into second when he came in to take his pit stop. And he is the lead driver on track to have taken his pit stop. There is Mr. Deathzone. Got corrected in the first lap, Kenny Millard. co-drivers came in, took an early pit stop as well, finding himself behind his silver teammate Mark Bunyan. So I'm sure he wasn't planning on coming out with quite this much traffic. And that I do spy is... This is very close then. It is Leon Seeley and Remco Snell. Remco, of course, is leading the way for the arms. Leon started on the second row of the grid. Was collected by a wayward SOP Porsche and was very easily got the move done on that course there. Very little resistance from Remco. Probably more than happy to let the pro driver through and get on with his race as he is comfortably leading his section and really doesn't want to go getting involved in anything. He doesn't need to. He's going to take the top spot here in the race. It's certainly his to do with as he pleases. Starting to get a bit darker now though. Let's just have a look. There we go. Headlights in full effect for the drivers. Anton's still putting in some really good laps, being pushed onwards by Matt Camelio, and they are definitely keeping in touch with Ilko Busek, although he's gone a little bit deep there. But Camelio declines the invitation to take the tighter line, get perhaps a bit better acceleration, keeping it nice and safe between the Mayo and the Mustang up through the Schumacher S. No point in any heroics at this stage, still 39 minutes left to go. And Tio looking very good. And of course, with Iggy coming at the pits, he won't be looking to lose any time at all. He won't be looking to get caught up in any battles. He just wants to run his own race the best he can to make sure that Iggy doesn't manage to secure the undercut. And that's one problem disappeared for Tio then. Matt Camelio peels off. He comes in to take his pit stop. Ben Sullivan trying to close on Huckabee Brown. This for top 5 honours. Ooh, and that's a big wiggle on exit from the BMW driver. Looks like he's carrying a bit of damage on the front of that BMW. A bit of a scrape there. Camelio, excuse me. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, yes, I am here. Sorry, apologies for the dead here. Just done. Oh, there's a bit more contact. To be fair, we've managed to keep up with a fair bit of action. And he's back, yes. I'm maybe going to have to tune down the enthusiasm ever so slightly. Just to make sure that the throat makes it all the way to the end. Oh, yes. Simon, how are you? Let me just fix it so the good people at home can hear you as well. Go and say hello for me, please.
Hello, good evening, everybody.
There we go. Simon, how are you? You heard me disappearing and struggling there, but sorry, the dust on my work. Nice shift. You know how it goes. Right. But it's been an exciting race, so it's kind of been the enthusiasm levels have been a bit through the roof. We've had quite a few overtakes, quite a few incidents. But look at Tavanari showing once again why he is absolutely the one to beat in this league with a considerable gap of 11.5 seconds over Liam Page.
The man on fire right now is Luke Ridney. He's away and gone once again. I quickly watched the start, the replay of the start to see what happened with everybody being wiped out, and it looked as though that Ranjbar hit the inside curb of turn 1, which flung him into one of the Mercedes drivers, and then he just completely veered across the rest of the track and wiped out about 5 of the front runners. So that is what happened, and that's why the field is all chopped and changed. The ones that were able to get away were Tavanari, Page, Barron and Lee King and McGee, and then there was quite a gap to the rest of the field behind. Everyone looks pretty spread out now. I saw King and McGee come into the pits rather early after he let Alfie Barron through. But yeah, like you said, the top 3 are pretty much all separated by 10 seconds now, so 31 minutes still to go in this one, and Tavanari looks like he's got this one locked up as well, on his way to a 3rd win in as many rounds. I have indeed, yes, I have noticed.
Back out Foley, still got that pit stop to take. It is at the moment though, it's not this one on the radar. Christian Romano does seem to have a couple of net issues at the moment. He is our on-track leader. Iggy seems to be overtaken by a few of the pro drivers. He now finds himself much further down the order. There's Ben Sullivan coming in to take his pit stop. And it is Lee King that is his way past, just has gotten his way past Matt Camelio, and it looks like Lee King and McGee is about to ignite his battle with Ilko Busick, but for 19th and 20th, Simon, not a sentence I thought I would be saying when talking about these two battling, but
no,
for the rest of the field as well, let's say.
Well, I think whilst you were away for those few minutes, I think Bussink actually went off. I saw yellow flags being waved for the 47 machine. I didn't actually see what happened. But I think that's why he also came into the pits, and that's why he's so far down the order. I'm not sure what's happening with King and McGee. He seemed to have a relatively decent qualifying. He was inside the top 10. He wasn't at the sharp end, but he just hasn't had the pace today in that Bentley. Obviously, Alex Phillips, AJ, managed to get that car into second place, I believe, was it, in qualifying?
No, second row of the grid. It was Tomlinson, Dennis, and Carbonari that took the front row of the grid, and Phillips and Seeley that took the second row of the grid.
There we go. So the Bentley does work around here. Just Kingy McGee seems to be struggling with it. Obviously, Alex Phillips got caught up in that first turn collision, and he's also down in 34. So not exactly the best of days after that second place finish from Imola.
Yeah, no, definitely not. There's Tim Williams. That was the car I saw go off earlier. I did think it was Mr. Death Zone, and again caught up early doors. It is unfortunate to see, Simon. It seems to be like, and I don't want to jinx anybody, but I have noticed like a few drivers like D. Lewis. He was a bit of a troublemaker when he first switched to PC. Just like completely no fault of his own. Just someone would make a mistake and he'd get collected with 4-car pilot. Dexter was Christensen. He's gone that way. Leon Seeley, we saw him in the BMW Challenge, really quick driver. And just got collected in a couple of incidents. And it seems to be, and again, if we'll have a look at Militant and Chromodix, look how well they were running in the endurance event. And then, a couple of freak incidents find them tumbling down. So some of the drivers, they seem to be converting to the PC quickly enough, but for some reason can get caught up in a few of these incidents, and it's definitely caught out a few of the console convertees are the most recent ones, certainly in this race.
Yeah, that's the thing, is being able to put one fast lap during a qualifying period, but then trying to switch from PlayStation or any console to PC and have that same consistency is one thing that'll take a bit of time to get to grips with.
Sorry, I just shouted in the chat. Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to have caps lock on there. I was busy typing commands in the bot. Sorry. It's Tio Anton for the Silvers, actually, in the old school Mercedes, currently our on-track race leader. Leon Seeley, he's definitely recovered. He recovered the best out of the guys that were caught, the drivers that were caught in that open lap incident. Found himself in second, does have that 10-second penalty. Did you tell us why? What was it Leon got the 10 seconds for, Simon?
So Leon's 10-second penalty is carried over from Imola because he was caught up in an incident at Imola where he was found to be at fault, but he also didn't finish the race. So that's why the penalty has been carried over into Nürburgring, and it was applied after the first couple of opening laps.
Right, okay, got you. Sure. Right, so he's got that 10 seconds to share in the pits. Second. Alec, just watching it. Still trying to close the gap on the monsters. Williams is in the pits with Sal Marcus, Hugh Morris, Lee King McGee. Still trying to get past Ilko Busek. Ilko's off track. There's a McLaren coming scooting through there. Is that Alfred Barton in 7th? No. Matt
Camelli, that one is.
Oh, so that was Matt Camelli. Oh, so that was for position then. So that wasn't even a blue flag situation.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
the triple three machines moved back up through the field again.
Yeah, he has, yeah. So I wonder if there's a bit of a coming together, because that did look like McGee and Busek were very much stationary. Well, yeah, still showing Camelli. We'll need to get through this time and belt here. This is the club. They're just going past, and there it is, the confirmation. And Busek not hanging about trying to take that position back. Absolutely charging on it.
Tim Williams in the AM stop go 30 for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that is a painful one. Our AM leader Remco Snell, what a race he's having. Was handed the lead of the race, and now finds himself. Sorry, on you go, Sam.
I was just going to say, coincidentally, there's a 3 SOP drivers, all in second place in their class. So Liam Page is second in the pros, Marcus Chusma is second in the silvers, and Rafa Campos is second in the AMs.
Okay, well, you did say you expected podium positions for quite a few, or a podium in each class, was it you said? And it definitely looks like it's on the cards, as you say. That's 3 of them in second position, definitely podium hunting territory. Coming into turn 1, it's Equal Busink that's on the hunt. He's going to try something through Mercedes Arena, the Bentley of Lee Kingy McGee. Ignore that for now. Is still keeping a watchful eye on this one. Potentially looking for a cheeky double overtake. It's amazing how quickly it gets dark in Germany. 23 minutes left to go. Pretty much pitch black, 50 track temperature. So it's definitely getting colder. So yeah, Marcus Chusma 8th position at the moment. He has been in and taken his pit stop. Of course, he'll be keeping a close eye to see when Theo Anton comes in to take his. Theo currently leading the silvers and can confirm that he's come back out, Remco Snell, and he is ahead of Huckabee Brown, so he is still leading the way for the AMs. Iggy, who came in to take that early pit stop, finds himself in 15th, which at the moment should be about 3rd in the silver, so a good run in there. Campos just behind them, McCoffin, Kashiktra, Sullivan and Brown all behind them there. Williamson with, as we've mentioned, that stop with 32nd for speeding in the pit lane. D. Lewis has been disconnected from the server. Ah, nightmare. He's in the chart, that's unlucky D. Let's see if Lee's managed to put his way at the moment. Leon Seeley has come into the pit, he's coming back out, I tell you, he's close to the D there. Looks like he's about 11th position. That's what it says at the bottom, and I think that's going to be pretty accurate. He's coming just behind Lee King in the D now. So he's definitely recovered the best out of the drivers. See, he took me out at the beginning. I didn't, mate. There was a big coming together right at the start with the guys up at the front, so we kind of got thrown straight onto the back foot with that. Trying to see who would recover there. Oh, I tell you what we've missed as well, actually. Ilko Busing has been overtaken.
He's dropping down the order again in that Honda. He seems to string a few quick laps together and then he finds himself going backwards.
Yeah, McGee's definitely not going backwards. He's up to 9th. He is flying at the minute. Ian Egan has just got his way past as well. Snell and Rawlings 13th and 14th, of course. And McLaren drivers have got Ilko Busing just ahead of him, so that's literally Pro, Silver and Arm. 12th for Pro, 2nd for Silver, 1st for the Arms coming down through Advan Bogan once again. Snell's got all the slipstream. Sorry, Simon.
I was going to say, right on board with Marcus Chusma. Is going to be tight entering turn 1 for the silver drivers. Anton and Chusma are going to be neck and neck leaving the pits. He's just got him, John. He's just got him for the race lead in silvers.
Oh, okay, Theo Anton, yeah. So Chusma has got the move done there, so I was looking too far down. Oh, there, silly boy, but yes, he has just. Is that Anton just behind him? Yeah,
it is, yeah.
Oh, nice. So great drive by Chusma then to get himself in through the lead for silvers. Not by much though, although Theo's just come out the pits, so he's going to be on the cold outlap tyres. still.
You know what's even more impressive?
What's
even more impressive is these two silver drivers were in 5th and 6th overall. That's pretty impressive, Steph, with the speed that these pro drivers actually have. And the fact that Anton is in the old version of the AMG as well.
Yes, he is.
And, well, both of these drivers, actually. Juzma's in the old Aston and Anton's in the old Mercedes. And they're making those machines work today.
Wow, they really are. Well, those cars were, pretty much built back in 1927 when this track was built, so... they're probably a lot more shit, that's for sure. Campos. Trying to find a way past there. A lot of slipstream now that they're all coming in pits. Bunching them up together. Williams is going to have to come in and serve that stop with 32nd. Nelson back out, Abugosa that is, back out in 22nd position. Nelson Pinto, who was...
metallic off, final corner, metallic off, number 45 machine. He's tumbling down the order.
Oh yeah, down to 11th. Let's see, Nelson Pinto, of course, qualified pole position. Talking about how good the pace is of the two silver drivers. It was Nelson who qualified the pole. And I believe qualified 8th overall, if memory serves, and was caught up in that early incident. Now finds himself down in 21st, so I'm sure he will be ever so slightly disappointed at the points tally from this one. Having a look up the inside as Campos doesn't quite force the issue. Leon Seeley trying to find his way back into the top 10, and I believe he's just gotten his way past Ian Egan.
Yeah, I saw Ian indicate to the right to let Leon through there around turn 1 and 2. So I think he just gifted that position to his fellow SOP teammate.
Getting pointed out with the chat as well. Casper Militant up to 24th, and he started in 2nd position and was obviously one of the drivers that was unceremoniously torpedoed in turn 1. He finds himself back up to 24th from pretty much stone dead last, so not too bad a recovery. Again, the driver that seems to have recovered the best are definitely Leon Seeley, up to 9th at the minute. I tell you what, Theo Anton is in no way, shape or form done with Matt Camello has just been overtaken by Lee Kingy McGee. What a drive Lee's on at the minute. Can we just give him some credit here. He's up to 7th himself, Theo Anton. Still not done with his battle as the two old school cars coming to turn number 1. Oh, look at the turning that Theo's got. He's got this outside, surely. Oh, doesn't quite try to hold it outside line there. Thinks better of it, cuts back inside. Oh, he's had a bit of a wiggle there. Had a bit of a wiggle. This is the battle for the lead of the Silvers. Nelson Pinto definitely getting involved in. Oh, the Mercedes definitely looking the quicker on corner exit there, but Juzma seems to know exactly where to put that thing to defend at the moment, Simon.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic stuff to see from these guys. Juzma obviously winner last time out at Imola as well, so he's going to try and pick up a second victory. Anton's finished 2nd in both of the opening 2 rounds, and he's currently in 2nd place here, so he's also trying to pick up his first victory rather than have 3 second place finishes in the series to date. This is going to go down to the wire, 15 minutes remaining. Like you just said, Anton looks to be the faster of the two currently, but is whether Juzma can make that V12
Anton's on
as wide as possible. No way.
I've just been told in the chat by D. Lewis, who drives for the AKNT, that Theo Anton is currently driving on a joypad.
Controller hacks.
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Oh, he's cutting the grass there over the curb. I'm officially selling my rig, says Mike. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. Fanatec for sale. Tony McCoven trying to get his way past Iggy at the moment. This one, points collection phase, 16th and 17th overall. In the race is up for grabs. Oops, and there's a Lamborghini, or Ferrari, sorry, just appeared behind him. Kashikaras, his connection not looking the cleverest at the moment. Coming into the NGK chicane, and the three of them right on top of one another. Piloted by McCoven. Trying to close in on Iggy, who does have fellow BMW driving Campos just ahead of him as well. So it is very close, just on the outside of 15th position. Big shout out to Christian Romano. Great to see this one, isn't it, Simon? There is Mr. Probodix himself. Does look like he's having a couple of netcode issues, but he's running very comfortably in 4th position. And also great to see Alfie Barn after being promoted up to the pros. Looks like he's onto the podium as well.
Yeah, it was definitely the right decision to promote Alfie straight up into the pros after round 1, and that's something that we have for most of our series. You know, we can swap and change drivers after round 1 if we feel they're out of position for the current tier that they're in. And yeah, Christian Romano Promodix is doing rather well in 4th place. He's picked up that Mercedes setup from somewhere. I'm not going to say where. And he's running rather well. I'm not going to help him again.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than giving someone a setup and they go just that little bit quicker than you do. Really. Yeah, last time I helped you.
Yeah,
very quick driver, so well deserved. And Remco Snell in the Porsche for the arms. He's got an 11-second lead over the rest of the arm drivers, and that's only going to be aided by Campos, Iggy, and McCoven battling away. Kashikaras still at the back of that pack. Nelson Abin trying to get a move done on one of the pros. It was Urich serving a qualifying ban, actually. Was there anyone on a qualifying ban? Because he didn't set a lap time, one of the rookie monsters.
Urich, the 44 machine, yes, he had a qualifying ban. Again, from the Imola round 2. He also didn't finish the race, and so he picked up a qualifying ban for causing a collision and using their return to garage feature during the race, which is a banned feature that we don't allow, and that is the reason why he was issued with a qualifying ban.
Okay, fair enough.
Drivers aren't allowed to use the return to garage feature whilst in the race settings. It's only allowed in practice and qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely fair enough. So there we go. So he's done well as well, actually, to make his way back through the field up to 22nd position. He finds himself. Ranj Bar is trying to get past Hugh Morris. I think he just might have. He has actually. Morris losing a lot of momentum on that corner exit. Christensen through as well. Up into 26th, not taken to that McLaren quite as quickly as I thought he might have. Unless the rest of the field is just blisteringly quick. He's probably still putting in quicker lap times than I'm capable of. Speaking of quicker lap times than I'm capable of, let's have a look at Marcus Chusma and Lee Kingy McGee. Yep, that's right. 2 cars, 1 picture. Oh, and Seeley is in the middle of them as well. Okay, so Seeley's getting involved in this as well. He is the one that's in the middle. That's not Chusma that's in there. Looks a little bit of Bailey car.
Yeah, it's all 4 of them. You got Anton and Juzma, Seeley and Kingy McGee all right next to each other coming down that pit straight. You would think that the silver drivers would move out of the way for the pros, but obviously they're in the battle for the race lead in that class as well. So, Marcus gets it all wrong coming out of turn 1 then, so he is going to let them by, not by his own admission, but through a driver error. As does Ian Egan and Matt Camelio slip through as well, so Juzma's going to lose a couple of seconds.
We got Leon through the Mercedes arena. 10 minutes to go. What I would tell you, it's all kicking off because there's a Kashik crash, sorry. Trying to get his way past hometown BMW.
I should only play into the hands of Kingy McGee because obviously Anton is an AKM team member, so you'd imagine that as soon as Kingy McGee is on that bumper, he's going to let him through rather easily, and then if there are team orders to try and hold up the drivers that battling with King McGee, that might come into play.
Yeah, indeed it might. Tavanari still with the purple lap, absolutely destroying the rest of the field. Liam Page in second position to continue his point scoring spree. Alfie Barn, it's just been overtaken by Christian Romano.
He has indeed. He's dropped it somewhere that we missed that one.
Yeah, because they weren't close. I would have spotted that. There was a good gap there. Christian Romano, Alfie Barn has definitely dropped it someplace, and I tell you, he's going to be under all kinds of pressure. Is that already King of the No, it's not. That's the other AKM Bentley. Yeah, triple 2 car. So that is Alfie Barn making his way back through. So he hasn't lost any more positions, but he has lost a podium position. And I can tell you, someplace in Italy with a lot of burst eardrums right now, he will be one excited little Italian on Chromadex on the podium. Love to see. Oh yeah, absolutely buzzing for him. Great to see after an hour. He's had some Casper cheering him on in the chat as well. Chrome absolutely delivering for the viewers. Leon Seeley is still looking at the thing out. I tell you what, some of these drivers from console, we've spoken about this a couple of times. Can't wait to see this one come over. Can't wait to see this one over. Now we're getting battles like Lee King McGee versus Leon Seeley in the closing 5 minutes of a race, Simon. It's just, sim racing nirvana right here.
Yeah, Leon had the pace to take pole position if he could have nailed the lap, and he also had that 10-second penalty to taking the pit stops. So if he didn't have that, he would be fighting right up with Alfie for that 4th place position now currently.
Yeah, definitely showing some supreme pace out here. And it's going to be, in fact, I tell you what, I was speaking of Links here, he said that he said he can find the space. He said might be free on Wednesday night, so maybe throw him into the mix as well, Simon. That would, just to keep it more interesting for us viewers at home, it certainly would be more comfortable for the drivers on track, but as far as we're concerned, that'd be some phenomenal stuff. Nelson Pinto, Mr. Death Zone, just battling out actually with Abrin Hosa, Thomas and Dennis in 24th at the minute, so he's actually dropped a couple of places there. Excuse me. Alex Phillips, of course, he's hardly had a mention since the start after getting torpedoed in turn number 1. That's the other AKM machine. Down in 29, so definitely looks like he did come worst off. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear, Simon. We've literally just been raided by Linksay with 15 people.
Fantastic. What a coincidence.
It's mental. How was that for timing? Yeah, Linksay, it was just saying, we were talking about the strength of this field, the drivers we've got, we've got like Leon Seeley and Lee King and McGee currently battling for 6th and 7th. That's how strong the field is. And I was saying to Simon, I was tapping you up on your stream earlier trying to get you involved in this one, and then literally, boom, hello, and pops Linksay. But yeah, there's Linksay's channel in the chat. Get on there and give the guy a follow. One of the disgustingly nicest racers out there on Twitch. Always more than happy to answer your questions and get you on track running, and he is disturbingly quick, despite what he says. Don't listen to him, it's all fake news. Rapid. But if you this just in the closing stages actually, but it's SOP last 10 minutes, it's where all the action is at. It's been Luca Tavanari, 154.050, that purple lap set in the first stint. 31 seconds of a gap he's got. Of course, there was a torpedo into turn 1. Someone missed their brakes, hit some curbs and wiped out 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Which properly spread the field out. Liam Page with a 154.5 in the race, so no slouch at all. Lee King and McGee's done a 54.8 and finds himself in 5th. So unbelievable. I doubt it might have stream died and my lung decided to try to jump out of my chest, so I had to call it at night. We'd love to join this. Right, Simon, let's make that happen. Tom Pat, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Hopefully you're one of the raiders that's come to join us from Lexi Stream. Died on the mountain. Oh, a bit of the old Bathurst, mate. Bit of the old Bathurst. Let's give big shout outs again to Theo Anton, silver driver. May have had a bit of luck with the silver pole position sitter being taken out in the Mercedes Arena turn 1, but he has been handed the chalice of leading the silvers, and he has done not too bad. Of course, lost out to Juzma in the pit stops. Juzma made a mistake. Anton held his head together. He's on a joypad. Yeah, he's on a joypad. The guy that's currently lapping in 55.7s. It's on the joypad. Did I mention joypad? Oh, there's someone going off in the hairpin.
I thought I'd mention as well, John, that Kingy McGee has lost places. He's dropped back down the order behind Seeley, Anton and Camelio.
Oh,
he was in the fifth position, yep. He had a little off, and he's got Ian Egan all over the back of him for 8th and 9th place, so that's promoted everybody up a position up through 5th, 10th.
Oh, and I tell you what, Alfie Barn, Bazaboy, looks like he's trying to catch up. Christian Romano. This kid's like 12 years old. I'm like, he's not. He's like 19. He's awesome driver. I've always sung his praises. Race IQ, an amazing commentator as well. Got himself on the podium, 11.9 seconds. We know that Barn has got some serious race pace, although he's dropping time at the moment. Anton definitely not dropping time. He is, and for anyone astute that's just joined, you're right, he is in the old school Mercedes. Not the new one. We do have one of the old Astons running as well. And he is definitely keeping pace with the Audi. You can see much earlier he's got the brake compared to McGee and Camelio in the much newer cars. Oh, and there's, this is Lee Kingy McGee, actually, for anyone that was watching. Cockpit cam for Theo. Yeah, let's do that.
Matt Camelio getting all wobbly then coming through the first sector. He almost lost it then coming round the sharp hairpin there, and King McGee's right on the back of him trying to look at the inside. Can't quite get the move done. That's allowed Ian Egan to close right up as well. And this is a battle that's going to go down the wire for 7th, 8th and 9th, and it has allowed Anton just to pull away a little bit in that 6th place position overall. First in the silvers. The leader is on the final lap. Luca Tabanari with that 30-second advantage over Liam Page and Christian Romano. Barron's just dropped off slightly in 4th place, but the top 5 look set and sealed with Leon Seeley in that 5th place position.
Yeah, he is looking
off. Camelio's off. Camelio is off.
Oh yeah, he is, and he's dropped 2 positions. That's McGee and Egan made it through. Juzma's going to be applying the pressure. In fact, I think he is through as well. No, he's just behind, so he is going to be applying the pressure. So Theo Anton is looking good for this 6th position. Ian Egan going to try and get his way past. Just trying to see where the lap is very, very dark. We really need to get some spotlights that are not talking about. I think somebody put 50 points in the meter. But yeah, so they're just going to start their last lap at the moment. Let's see if we can get the winner crossing the line. We don't do that often, yeah?
Sack the broadcaster.
Yeah, definitely. We'll find a competent one day. For the level of talent we've got on track, we think you could do them justice and get a decent one in the comedy box. Ian Egan coming through the Mercedes Arena. Come on, the Ferraris. This is a difficult one for me. Love Lee Kingy McGee. He's a great guy. AKM are awesome. Ian Egan's driving a Ferrari, and he saved my sim racing career by pointing out the settings that I had wrong on the wheel. Let's not watch them. Let's just see where our absolute runaway race leader is. He's coming through the NGK chicane, through the Coca-Cola curve. That is Kashiktaras in 19th, just ahead of him. So he's worked his way back through the field. It is Luca, never far from the podium, Tavanari of the rookie monsters, that wins round number 3 here at the Nürburgring. The Lexus absolutely planted. Some serious lap times and consistency from Luca. Finds him with another top spot here on SOP Shore. Speaking of SOP, it's Liam Page. he managed to avoid the early torpedo missed brakes incident that saw so many of our potential race winners taken out, and in the BMW as Liam finding himself on the podium. And all hail the most excited man on the planet right now, ladies and gentlemen. One of my absolute favourite all-time co-commentators. He knows he's getting the camera time right now with the flashing lights. It is ERS's very own Chrome Dicks, Mr. Christian Romano gets himself on the podium. Finally, some luck goes his way, and it all works out. Congratulations, Alfie Barn. Unfortunately, it was Baz the boy that dropped it to put Christian on, so sorry Baz, don't need to celebrate your demise. Leon Seeley got 5th. Theo Anton, what a drive for him. 6th position overall and wins the silvers. Lee McGee was 7th, quickly followed by Ian Egan. Matt Camelio did manage to fend off Marcus Dewsma for 9th and 10th, and it was Remco Snell who takes top honours for the AMS, with Rafa Campos in 2nd and Ben Sullivan leading the charge for the Sausage Dodgers, finding himself in 3rd. What a race that was, Simon. The Nürburgring never, ever, ever fails to deliver at all. Always awesome racing here.
Yeah, another fantastic race. Just that one lap incident, really, and the rest of the field were pretty clean after that. A nice mix-up of drivers. Certainly going to mix up the championship, that's for sure. Luca Tabernari taking 3 from 3 to really cement his position at the top. And then a great battle. Anton taking his first win in silvers for the AKMs. I believe that is Snell's first win in the AMS as well. So it's going to be a fantastic championship battle heading into round 4. I believe we might have a week off so the drivers can recover. And if Linksy is still watching, I believe we do have a position on the grid, so we might be able to get him into that one. And it would be actually the final round that we allow drivers to join the series as well, because we never let any reserves join after 50% of the series is done. Nowhere, straight into it. February the 9th, Hangar Ring.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, the Hungaro train next. Then Bobby Brands Hatch. Yeah. Then of course, I've got a sore throat and everything. Spa. Absolutely love that one. An hour round there. And we are going to finish the series in the land of the rising sun. That's right, Suzuka. An often forgotten gem of a track. So yeah, looking forward to that. Big shout out to sponsors actually around Griffith. They're actually in the chat as well. Thanks for getting see you next time. Everybody hang around. We're going to do a raid as well. We do like to pass the love. Grid Finder Hungaro train. I actually got that one from Simon. That's why he's laughing, because I've stolen one of his jokes live on air, and he knows it. So yeah, he loves it. What a race. I'm off to the corner to cry myself to sleep, says Nelson. Oh, Nelson, mate, I'm so sorry. That's terrible of me to do that, but yeah, no, it's brutal, mate. After taking, yeah, pole position there, mate, that is absolutely, yeah, not the way you expected that one to end. I know that one. But yeah, that is all we have time for. Remember, this championship is, of course, sponsored by Grid Finder, who are in the chat, where you can search. Oh, we've got a ding-a-ling in the air, 100 bits. Wow, Grid Finder, thank you very much. Cheesy peeps. Oh, you can't even see that. Did that tell me that just came through? Alert box. It's underneath the No, you can't see it. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Grid Finder. Absolutely love that. I'm just about to do your wee shout out as well, because the championship is, of course, sponsored by Grid Finder, where you can search for and have sim racing communities just like ourselves, with thousands more on the platform. Grid Finder lets you search up racing leagues quickly and easily, whether you want to race on ACC like this or other sim titles like R Factor 2 or iRacing. It's got a selection of over 30 titles hosted by thousands of communities alike. You can also find on Grid Finder an option to search for broadcasters and commentary teams and even livery designers. You can create the next livery you desire. So if you're on a community yourself and you're watching this, head over to grid-finder.com to get signed up. There we go. Love it. So that is, as I say, it's all we've got time for this evening. That is race number 3 in the bag. They just keep getting better and better. We've still got Hungary, Britain, Belgium and Japan to go. Thanks to everyone that took part this evening. Thank you, Gridfinder, for throwing the bits in the chat. Really appreciate that. 100 bits. Tom Pat followed after Linksay with the Raider 15. WTF, I'm lagging. Come on to my stream, mate, and I'll pronounce your name properly. I'm not allowed to on this channel. Yeah, got to behave myself. Blubber, thank you for the follow as well, along with Fire David, Vilkman, Briga, who were all very vocal in the chats here on their drivers. Absolutely love to see that too. Keep that coming on. Let's see. We are going to raid. Like I say, your man's not on. We'll find someone raiding in a second. But also, massive thank you to Simon for jumping in and saving my poor night shift voice after.
Not
enthusiastic and overly committed. It was a great race again though tonight, Simon.
Yeah, I always jump in at every possible opportunity, and what a race to be commentating on once again. Yeah, I like to join you in the commentary box when I can.
Yeah, any excuse to get a front row seat to the awesomeness.
Yeah, there's nothing like watching your own drivers take out half the leaders on the opening lap. It's fun.
Oh,
nothing to see here.
Yeah, nothing to see here. That's why we are in the comedy box. Right, the Errol isn't on right now. So what we're going to do, we'll go and raid another one of the team's favourites, the real Alex Rogers. Another one that's as down to earth as they get. So we do love jumping on board and saying hello. Let them know it's the usual script. Raven's rushing off to get something to eat. But send them all the love. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Gridfinder for the sponsorship. Thank you to SOP for putting it on. And thank you to the drivers for taking part. We will be back on your screens on Sunday night. And back again for this one next week. Hopefully, we've got Linksay on board as well. What a lineup, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. Stay safe. Take it easy. Good night.